Well, hey there everybody. Today is Saturday, June 21st. Happy summer. Summer is here. Okay, first off, apologies for lack of videos. I just haven't been able to really do a lot of video stuff. I mean, I shot video in the airplane on GoPros when I went through phase one. But that content, I guess I didn't really think that was useful for what I was doing. I didn't really do any explaining or talking along, any of that stuff. But yeah, so what have we been up to? All the way through phase one now. The airplane is, I signed that off a couple weeks ago, and I've just been doing some flying with it, still getting used to the airplane, still working through some of the break-in stuff on the engine. I don't remember how much I talked about it, but we've always had we've had high oil temps on the engine, in part because we're running the mineral oil, which runs hotter. And let's see, consulted with several people who said this is perfectly normal. And so I'm going to continue going through break-in on this. We're at 33 hours on the tack. And I know the book, the break-in instruction from Continental says 25 hours, or when engine oil consumption stabilizes. And it's getting pretty stable, but I've got some oil left of the mineral oil, so I'm going to keep running that for another probably 15 hours or so until we get to our next inspection interval for the propeller. When we do that, we're also going to change the oil over to the ashless dispersant oil, and that will get the oil changes and the prop inspection synced up for that, so we can do those at the same time going forward. Let's see, what else? I did some videos. I actually elected to not post these videos, a couple videos that I did. And I'll talk about this real quick. I did have an incident with the airplane about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. We had the castellated nut that connects the control stick cross tube to the aileron cable came off in flight while I was flying the airplane. I was still in phase one, so it was just me and the airplane. And so I had no aileron control, so I had to declare an emergency with ATC. I was just north of the airfield here, and used the rudder to turn the airplane to get some bank into it, and the winds were just right down the runway. Everything worked out fine. I got to talk to the airport firefighters because they had to follow me in. Got to talk to the NTSB, got to talk to the FAA. I got to talk to everybody. Turned out we had missed a cotter pin, a very, very critical cotter pin on that nut, a castellated nut for that bolt that connects the aileron cables to the control stick. And the only thing that we could figure out on it was that we had temporarily installed it while we were laying the cables in for the controls, always intending to go back and fix it later or to finish it, and we never did. And so definitely a scary lesson learned there, that don't, if you're doing flight controls or anything critical on the airplane, if you put a nut or a bolt in or anything like that, secure it. Install it all the way. If you need to take it out, that's just fine. You can always get more cotter pins. You can always loosen the nut and put it back on, but that's my word of advice. If it's critical and you're putting it on, put it all the way on. If you're not going to put it all the way on, leave it all the way off. So there you go. That was a lesson learned. I ended up going back through the entire flight control system on the airplane. We did a full-on inspection of this after that, and everything else was fine. It was just that one cotter pin up in the front that got missed, and that castle nut worked its way loose, eventually coming off of there. So anyways, okay, wow, all that to say today, we are working on Let's see. We've got a flap gap seal from Aerosport products that we're going to be installing on both sides here of the wing. That's at the back of the door. It is. I'll show it as we get going on it. It's to close up this part right here, so that gets closed up. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, this is I did a previous video, a couple video shots previous to today, where I talk about the engine coils, the ignition coils on the engine. Had a bad run up one day on the #1 ignition system. It was running terrible during the run up, so couldn't go flying that day. Came back in and we diagnosed it. Well, while we were doing the diagnosis or the troubleshooting on it, we found that one of the coil leads the wire had broke on the spade connector that goes into the coil. So we fixed that, got it flying again, just fine, everything's good there. And so what I'm going to do something a little different on those coil packs where the wires come through the baffle on that, and I'll show that as we get to it. But anyways, what else? Airplane has actually been flying really good. Super happy with how it performs, everything. Say again? Oh yeah, Tina was gonna look at getting started on the strut fairings. That's one of the last pieces that we have. We got a fairing that goes over that. It's gonna get started on that. We also still need to fill in, we've got these holes in the wing, this wing tip. These number 40 holes that go all the way across the top and all the way down the bottom where we clecoed this together when we put that mounting rib in there way back when. And I've got some, I think it's just some black composite filler that we'll put in there. We'll tape this off. I don't think are we going to get to this today? I'm kind of thinking, yeah, I don't think we will. We're not going to get to that today, but that's another up and coming item there. Well, that's about all I can think of for today. Oh, I've got to do database updates on the avionics. I've got an update for the G3X system. I've got a GPS 175 or a 375 update to do. The Navcom radio's got a frequency database update that's due, so we're going to get those done. And yeah, we're also starting to look at some packing logistics for Oshkosh. Thinking about going to Oshkosh. Not 100% sure on the dates yet, but we'll have to see. Anyway, holy smokes, we got like an 8-minute intro to this video, so it's been a while. Hope I got everybody caught up to what's going on, and let's see what we can get done today. And here we go. Alright, so what we had happen last time was that the wire going into that connector right there is where it broke. And I've seen other installations where they actually have this coax pulled back onto this side of the baffling. Hope you can hear me. Tina's over there cutting away on some plastic. So pull this wire back out, and then we'll solder on, we'll just lap joint a couple wires that will be more flexible, some Tefzel. It'll then come through we'll crimp that onto the connectors and then put them onto the coils. So we'll see what we get. Well, the day started off pretty nice, but it's kind of getting cloudy. Tomorrow's supposed to be really, really cruddy. I think I just felt a raindrop on me. Yep, I think we're going to be getting some rain. Well, I've really gotten into the habit of not recording things, and so I apologize. I didn't get a whole lot of this stuff recorded, but just wanted to show what we have gotten done so far. We ended up soldering in these pigtails here onto these leads for the ignition coils, and we'll bring those through here and just probably curl it around. We'll terminate 2 new connectors on there, and we'll plug those in, and we'll get these mounted back up. But hopefully that should takes a lot of the strain off of that, off of these leads here, because it really had where we broke out the wire at it really had a sharp kink in it. We had that one that broke over there. I had another one when I went to take it off the end of the cable, just to see how it was on there. I gave it about a half a twist and it just broke right off. So yeah, I mean, I probably didn't get those crimped on right, I'm sure. The other 2 seemed okay, but yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of a change. Couldn't quite get through all of it today, and so we're going to leave it for now. Tina did a whole bunch of work on those fairings for the struts, got those all trimmed back and everything. Now we just got to you got to cut a hole in it, and then we got to do a cut in it so that you can put it on and slide it up, and then we'll measure for the riv nut. Riv nut inserts, screw, whatever you call them. We'll measure for those. And what else did we not get to today? There was something else.
We didn't look at the flap gap seals at all.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, didn't get to that at all. Didn't even think about it. Just been pretty much working on this stuff here, and Tina was doing her thing. So, all right. Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Geez, just gave you an elbow. Sorry.
Okay.
Backed right into her. So that's it for today, and we'll come back up, hopefully get this finished out tomorrow. And it's, like I said, it's supposed to be a pretty cruddy day tomorrow, so I don't think there's going to be any flying going on once we get this put together. If we get it all done tomorrow, probably not going to be able to fly, so we'll see. But anyways, thanks for watching the videos, everybody. Sorry I've kind of been a little hit and miss on these, but we're getting flying done. So anyway, all right, thanks for watching the videos. Have a great evening, and that is it for now.